Fearless Female Sandra Roderick, take one. Hi, I'm Janet Gunn here with the Fearless Female Sandra Roderick. She is the co-founder of Know the Glow, a global awareness campaign that is focused on preventable childhood blindness. Stay tuned because you won't want to miss any of this information. So if you could please educate us all on what Know the Glow is. You are the co-founder of Know the Glow, and it's such an important awareness. So can't wait to hear.
Yes, I am one of the 3 co-founders. I got involved because one of my best friends, a dear friend of mine, her son was diagnosed with a rare eye disease. But prior to her diagnosis, she was finding pictures of her son with a glow. And I don't know if you've ever seen pictures of if you've taken pictures of an animal, but it comes out with a yellow reflection. Actually, when you take a picture of a healthy person with healthy eyes and take it with flash photography, those pictures come back with a red glow at times. And that red glow is actually an indicator of healthy eyes because it's the reflection of the red blood vessels. Okay. So when there is something, say a tumor or a fluid or something that is foreign to the eye, it'll come back with a glow. So this glow is actually an indicator of 16 different diseases.
16?
16, unbelievably. And 1 in 80 children will show the glow. And again, it can be something as fatal as retinoblastoma, but it could be something as benign as amblyopia, which is nearsightedness and farsightedness. So this glow is an indicator that something is wrong. But 1 in 80 children, that's a huge number. And the reason why I became involved was because my best friend, her son, was diagnosed with a rare eye disease called Coats disease. And she was taking photographs of her children, as we all do. And she saw that these pictures were coming back with a glow, like 1 in every 30 pictures at first. And she was talking to all of us, and all these mothers, we had no idea what it was. And we said, oh, it's nothing, it's just a camera angle.
Yeah, of course.
It's, some strange light. And she was photoshopping this glow out. And then she started to realize that she saw this glow more frequently, like 1 in every 10 pictures. And crazy enough, pediatricians, they actually do not take a proper eye exam. And they don't take an eye exam until a child is the age of 5. And the reason that they don't do this is because a child can't communicate what they see until the age of 5. They can't say, okay, that's a letter A, or that's a cow, or whatever it may be. And when he took this eye exam, he passed it with flying colors. And so when she saw these photographs and she saw the glow more frequently, her sister actually saw something on TV and said, you really better get this checked. And once she took her son in again, this time they patched his eye, and she couldn't believe it, but he was blind. And can you even imagine? He passed the test about a month prior, but he was cheating because he knew that he couldn't see. So all his life he has, his short-lived life was the 5 years that when he took the test, he took this test and they found out that he was blind. They couldn't believe it. Yeah. The doctor then said, they need to rush him to the hospital. They knew something was really wrong when they had 2 doctors waiting outside for the child. Yeah. And they rushed him to emergency. And it was a Friday, and it was the longest weekend of her life.
I'm sure.
And she started Googling, what does this glow potentially mean? And, it just constantly came back as retinoblastoma. And as a mother, you're thinking, I actually saw this. Yeah. Years prior, I ignored it. Right. I photoshopped it. And
pediatricians didn't see it.
The pediatricians didn't see it, and potentially my child may have a week to live. And so we said, this is crazy. Yeah. And it was such an easy way to diagnose this, just a photograph. Yeah. And, she asked for my help. I had, my prior life, been a businesswoman, and I said, well, I've been able to startup divisions for large corporations. How hard can it be to start a global awareness campaign? So we had our hurdles, but I had these incredible partners that, and we had a same mission. We wanted to do something, get the word out, and it was a lot of hard work and perseverance at first, but it's all paid off. And I always said, if I could save one child's eyesight or vision, it was all well worth it.
Absolutely.
And now we're getting emails from around the world.
You know, your website is incredibly informative, and one thing I loved about it is you have so many videos, and beautiful stories that have been shared. But there was a scientist, and he spoke at a TED Talk.
Yes.
And he talked about how, same thing, they were taking the photos, and they noticed it along the way, but then they backtracked to when his son was younger, back to when he was born.
Exactly.
And he had that glow in the photos at 12 days old. So right to your point about the pediatrician is not going to catch it, but just being aware of it, not photoshopping
Absolutely.
it out, and knowing that so you can be preventative in that moment.
Well, we're at a critical time right now too, because cameras are really smart.
Yes.
So it actually detects the red eye and can eliminate that. So what we have to do is we kind of have to get ahead of it. And we have to inform camera companies, because that red eye function is very important to what we need to do to detect this glow.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, if you catch it early enough, 80% of the time, blindness can be prevented.
80%.
80%.
That's huge.
So that's a big, big number. So it's 1 in 80 children that will show this glow, but 80% of the time it can be preventable.
Now, is there an age that you miss the window of opportunity?
No, I mean, basically we're looking at from birth to about 10 years old.
Okay.
So you should be very aware at that age. But again, pediatricians are not aware of this. They're not taking the proper eye exam because it's called the red reflux, and it takes a little more time because you need to dilate the eye to take this proper vision test.
Yeah.
You can ask for it, but unfortunately, they're not doing that, and they're not aware of it, which is insane to us. I'm shocked. I mean, we were all shocked. We were telling our girlfriend, oh my gosh, it's nothing. It's just the light. It's just, just something simple. Don't worry about it. We told her to Photoshop it out as well, too. I mean, crazy enough. But no, people are not aware of it. They're still not aware of it. And the medical community is not aware of it. So it is so important for us. I mean, we're not just talking mothers and parents. Like you said, it's friends, it's family members, it's school teachers, it's camera companies.
I also read that a child goes blind every 60 seconds.
Yes.
Every 60 seconds.
I know, it's a staggering number. And what we're trying to do is say something can be done. Something can be done. It is just awareness. It's getting out there, spreading the word, and making sure that you are not, you're taking the steps in seeing a doctor.
Now, is there any kind of technology that's been developed, an app, anything that you
Well, we
have in your
actually
phone?
are working with somebody right now, Dr. Brian Shaw, that has developed an app.
Oh, that's great.
And so he is trying to get his app out there as well. And we work closely with Children's Hospital. And we're also trying to partner with a number of hospitals throughout the nation and hopefully globally. And eventually what we would love to do is help support research throughout the world, for a number of these 16 different diseases.
Well, and you're also the co-founder and the co-president of what's called Bright Eyes with the
Yes.
Children's Hospital
Yes.
LA. Can you talk about that?
So Bright Eyes is a fundraising group. Know the Glow actually I gave birth at Children's Hospital, but we realized that it was something just greater and bigger than just LA driven. So we wanted to do something to say thank you to CHLA because they've been unbelievable.
Oh,
and
that's such an amazing hospital, isn't it?
Really an unbelievable hospital.
Yeah.
And the reason why I've actually become so involved in this is because of these doctors. I mean, what they do on a daily basis is amazing.
Yeah.
And Children's Hospital is just this amazing hospital.
Yeah.
And so what we've done is we've created a fundraising group to support the Vision Center at Children's Hospital as well.
That's wonderful.
So it was our thanks to the hospital for what they've done for Megan's son Benjamin and for all the children that they treat.
I'm sure your friend is so grateful
Oh.
for you being such a literally fearless female, you know, in helping out.
Well, you know,
With this
it's
campaign.
grown. You know, I would do anything for her.
Yeah.
But again, once, you know, you get those emails from women around the globe. You know, we just received something from Poland just recently saying, because of what you've done, you've saved my child's life. And they were saying, thank you so much for what you have done. If it wasn't for you, we would have never been aware of this. We knew something was wrong with our child. But, you know, they are now advocates, and they're trying to see what they can do now in Europe to spread the word. It's amazing.
You know,
it really
if
does.
whoever's watching today, I want you to know that you can be a huge positive impact on saving a child's life just by being aware. So if you could just pass this information along to someone and then they could pass it on, because that's what it's all about. How great would that be?
Yeah,
you know, you really are fearless. I thank you so much,
Well,
you know,
thank
for
you.
sharing about Know the Glow. Before we wrap up, I always love to ask my guests 4 questions. So, what are you grateful for today?
I'm actually grateful for my health.
Yes.
I think we all take it for granted.
Yeah.
We don't realize how important it is until we become ill or someone that we love becomes ill. So I'm so grateful for my health.
Beautiful. Yes, me too. Grateful for my sight.
Absolutely.
Okay, so tell us something about you that we would never know from your resume.
I guess you can call me a fearless female who's fanatic about fitness, food, and fashion. Wow, that's a mouthful, right?
I like it. Good. And what's your morning routine look like?
Well, I negotiate with myself and the alarm clock for about 15 minutes. And then once I do decide to get up, I actually do a light meditation and count my blessings and set my intentions for the day.
Perfect. I love it. If you could hold anyone's hand today, whose would it be?
I'd actually need 3 hands for my 3 boys.
Oh, you're a mother.
So
Yeah.
I am a
3
mother
boys?
of 3 wonderful boys.
That sounds
Yes,
exciting.
So
Yeah.
So.
Oh, congratulations.
blessed.
Well, thank you. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much
Yeah,
for
you're
having
very
me.
passionate, and I'm just grateful for women like you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.